Hey, thanks for your time today. I want to talk to you about passive investing in apartments and how that's really the secret to growing your wealth without having to give up your time. So, here's what you're going to learn in this short video today, in the next few minutes: how investing in apartments can accelerate your wealth and reduce what you pay in taxes. And you don't have to deal with the tenants, the termites, or the toilets. One of the biggest problems that we face today with traditional options is honestly, there's a lot of limitations that we have. So we're only taught about how to invest, really, for the most part, in the stock market. One of the challenges we have is with stock market volatility. And I remember investing in stocks where most of my money was invested in stocks, and you get some bad news, and my stocks would go down, and another day it would go up, and another day it would go down. And I really didn't like that at all. One of the other problems we have is the high tax burdens that come with the money that you're making. Your W 2 income is taxed at one of the highest rates there is. And unfortunately, your retirement accounts are also taxed at a very high level. And maybe you've already encountered this, but you may have looked into some type of alternative investments, specifically real estate investing. And for anything like me, what I found is that a lot of those things take a lot of your time, like single family rentals, Airbnb, and flipping. What you really find out there is that you've actually bought yourself another job. And that sucks. And I want to show you a better way to do it. So, real quick, a little bit about me if you've never met me before. My name is Stephen Lee Thomas, and I spent 20 years in corporate America. But now what I do is I'm a multifamily investor, I'm a business coach, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a webcast host. And I invest in apartments full time. A little bit more about me and my partners. We have invested in about 16 apartment complexes, and these are large apartment complexes, somewhere between 70 and 400 units. And if you look on the screen here, you'll see we're able to get returns that average about 88% return on your investment every 2.5 years. But why? Why did I even start going down this path? Well, what I learned, what most people don't teach you, is that your investment portfolio really has four jobs. So just take a moment right now and ask yourself, is your money doing everything it's supposed to be doing? So number one is your money, your investment portfolio is supposed to protect your income from inflation. Is it doing that? Number two, are you getting long-term growth with your investment portfolio? Number three, is it protecting your purchasing power? And number four, is it helping reduce your risk? Is it doing hedging for you? Well, look, I've done a lot of research. And so what I did is I looked to see what it is the ultra wealthy people do with their money. How do they invest? And what I found is that they don't invest like the rest of us. So let me break that down for you. What you'll do, I went over into Cape Gemini World Wealth Report. And what I found is that, yes, they invest some money in the stock market. They have some in what they call fixed income, but most of their money is actually in what we call alternatives. And a big chunk of that is in real estate and private equity. And I'll explain a little bit more about how you can take advantage of both of these in just a minute. But what that amounts to is a 25, 10, 53% split with their investment portfolio versus what we're taught in the standard 60-40 stocks and bond investment. So one of the things I want to show you, and this is just a short video, so there's a longer video if you want to watch all of this in more detail, but if I show you side by side what it would look like if you invested $250,000, this is a one-time investment, $250,000 in either apartments in the light blue or stocks in the dark blue. It was a one-time investment of $250,000. You never made any withdrawals of funds, no addition of funds, and you just let it ride for 20 years. What would that look like? So this was a very interesting exercise for me. And this is what helped me shift a lot of my investments over into apartment investing, passive investing in apartments. Here's what happens. So with your annualized returns, stocks, when they're doing good, get somewhere around 10%. Apartments, when they're doing good, get somewhere around 20%. The cash flow, well, the only way you make money with stocks is if you sell them, right? So your cash flow really is nothing. It'll grow over time. But with apartments, there is a cash flow component. People pay rent. We have leftover money after expenses. We share some of that with you. That's called cash flow. And then the properties appreciate over time. So at the end of 20 years, Your portfolio value, if you compared that side by side, your stocks would be worth about $1.68 million, $1.7 million, which is pretty good, starting with $250,000. But what if you did that with apartments? That could actually have been $4 million. And that's really where the magic is. But most people don't even know they can do this. The beauty of this is you can invest in apartments without getting another job. For me, when I started, I was very busy, my corporate job. I was starting my family. I was trying to flip a home. And we were going from a Fortune 458 to like a Fortune 20. And that I just had no time. And so I was able to invest and I didn't have to deal with the tenants, the toilets, or the termites. So, really quick, how does apartment investing work? What we do is we buy existing apartment complexes and we improve them. That allows us to generate cash flows. People are coming in, they're paying rent every month. We pay the expenses and that generates cash flow. We also force appreciation on these properties so they gain a lot of value. And then every 3 to 5 years, we're able to sell the property and it gives us quick growth and profits that we then get to share with you. That's how it works. But of all real estate, why specifically apartment housing? Well, number one is there is a high and very consistent rental demand right now. There is a housing shortage, and a lot of people can't afford to buy their first home. So where do they go? They end up living in an apartment complex. Number two is reliable income and lease renewal. So not only do you lock in, someone's paying you for the next 12 months, but every time there's a lease renewal, we have the opportunity to increase rents, we make renovations, and we get to keep up with inflation. And as a result, there's a potential for higher rent yields. So as time goes on, we can increase our income more than our expenses, and that generates more and more cash flow, and we get to add a lot of value to these properties. So, look, for me, and probably for you, you might be thinking, look, I don't have the time, I don't have the experience, and I sure as heck don't have the money to go buy an apartment complex. Well, let me break that down for you, okay? This can be truly as passive as you want it to be because we find the deal, we perform the due diligence, we acquire the property, we manage the property, we provide the distributions, and then we sell the property. It is as hands off as you want to be. Some people like to be more involved. They want to look at the financials. They want to learn how to do this themselves. Totally cool. We can help you with that. But most people are very hands off. Okay. When I first started, I was literally changing diapers and getting mailbox money. All right. Number two is you feel like you don't have the knowledge. Well, you really don't need to have very much knowledge, but we provide you all the education you need. It's actually very simple when you break it down. We're just buying and selling businesses, and they happen to be apartment complexes. So we're going to provide you all the education you need to make you comfortable before you ever invest in a deal. And we're going to provide you with monthly updates on key metrics and financials. And number three is you don't have tons of money. Well, that was exactly me and my thinking. You don't have to put a lot of money into this to get started. So our typical investments are anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000, and you can even use your 401k and a self-directed IRA. That's what I do. I actually have some of a self-directed IRA, and I invest passively in apartment deals. And the cool thing is, our goal is to get through these deals in as little as 3 to 5 years, get you a nice return on your investment. And then here's the bonus of all of this. We get to leverage something called depreciation and bonus depreciation. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but here's what you need to know. If you make one of these investments, you're going to get to leverage depreciation. So you're going to get to pay less in taxes on the money you're making. So if you made a $100,000 investment, generally in year one, it's going to show somewhere around $60,000 in losses on paper in year one. And so this actually helps offset a lot of your passive income tax. It's a really cool deal. So I just want you to be aware of that. All right. Well, look, if you find this video helpful, if you'd like to learn more, if this resonates with you at all, then I got a couple of different options for you. One is go ahead and schedule a call. There's going to be a link down below. You're going to schedule a call. This is just going to be a brief introductory call, no sales pitch. Just get to know you, where you're at, what your goals are, and maybe what you're struggling with. And we'll give you some resources and we'll send you on your way to help you decide if it's a good investment opportunity for you. Or maybe you like this, but you'd want to see a little bit longer video. Well, we've done that for you as well. So also down below, there's going to be a link. There's going to be a longer version of this video, which is going to give you more details. And then from there, if you're ready, go ahead and book a call. Thanks again for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.